and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this video that's just super exciting because I am gonna do 2 looks, some swatches, and just some initial thoughts of the collaboration between Heather Austin and Adept Cosmetics. If you didn't know that, Heather Austin is one of my closest friends. I talk to her on a daily basis. I just went on a vacation with her to Cancun. I have known about this for so long, and I'm just so happy to finally be showing you this palette. I've never tried Adept in my life, so it's gonna be a first impression with this brand. So if you want to see more of that, please stay tuned. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I'm such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related. So if you want to see some more makeup content on my timeline, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos. Oh my, when Heather said that she had this in the works, I was just so thrilled for her. I've been able to see some stuff behind the scenes. I was able to actually use this one. So I actually have used this palette once before. So this is going to be a second and third impression. I was able to swatch it and use it when we were in Cancun. If you saw my vlog, you know I said that I was having something on my eyes that hadn't been revealed yet. That was that palette. So if you want to see the look, you can go back and see the vlog. I'm just super happy for it. This palette is releasing on Friday the 25th. I will leave all the launch details down below, and I will of course leave Heather's launch video as well down below if you want to see more thoughts behind why the shades are the way they are, why they are named the way they are. But I'm just so happy. I'm just so excited. So we are going to do 2 looks, but first I want to show you some swatches and show you how this palette looks. This palette is very Heather because it is very shimmer heavy. If you've ever been on Heather's channel, you know she loves everything that sparkles and glows. She loves everything that's a little bit on the shimmery side. We always joke around that for me, what really sells me on a palette are really good mattes, a good variety of mattes, and she's the opposite. She wants a good variety of shimmers. So I feel like it's so interesting that this palette is really showing her aesthetics, and I'm just so excited, which is one of the shade names in this palette, to be showing you 2 looks. So let's dive in. Do I want to do green first? When I use this palette, I actually use these 2 shades together, so I already know how these are. So I feel like for my first look, I want to do the greens. So let's start with Mythology and Magnolia, and let's take it from there. I'm gonna start with the Mythology shade, and I know from using this palette that one time that these mattes are very buildable, so that you are able to get some depth and dimension with only 1 shade in the crease, which is something that I really like with mattes, and I thought that these mattes were really nice when I used them. And I've never used that before, so for me this is my first experience with the brand, but of course I know that Heather loves the brand so much. I mean, there's a reason why she's doing a collab with them, but I mean, she's always loved all of their palettes, and I've seen so many of my friends really loving their quality. But their shipping during COVID has been a little, I mean, a lot of indie brands have had some problems with shipping during 2020 and 2021 especially, and it just wasn't in the cards for me, and I'm just so excited. And of course, if I forgot to tell you, I did receive this palette SPR. I think it's pretty obvious since I'm posting this before the palette is even launched, but this video is of course not sponsored. But I'm a little bit biased. I mean, Heather is one of my best friends. Of course, I think that I will love this palette regardless, but you can see how it performs on my eyes. If you hear someone tiptoeing in the back, that is the dog. He lives here. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a very simple sounds like he's wrecking the place. Just a simple green look. I'm gonna do this one now, and then I'm gonna deepen it up with the darker green. But that is so pretty. Let's deepen this up a little bit. Like I said, I'm just doing quite a simple shape for this first look. I'm gonna see if I can do a halo eye for the next one. But I just really when I'm trying out a brand or a formula that I'm not that used to, I try to use techniques that I'm used to. Maybe not for all the looks, but at least for some of them, so that I'm giving it a fair chance. And always when I'm reviewing as well, of course, I never just do the looks that you see on YouTube. I always do looks on the side, test them out a little bit more. so that I'm able to like give it a fair chance. When I want to mix two colors together, I go back and forth and I blend on the edge with a smaller brush. It's a really nice way of making sure that you mix the colors without using too big strokes or too big brushes. Because when you use too big strokes or too big brushes, there's a risk that two colors turn into one color, and sometimes it can get a little muddy. I feel like, I mean, this is like a green to like a bronzy gold, and then this one is like a purple to a green, and I'm like not 100% sure. I think you can see, yeah, there you can see the green on that one. Maybe I should do that one. This could be fun as well though. I think I'm gonna do this one just because it's not like the obvious choice for me. So I think I'm gonna do Smith all over my eyes, and now I need to wash my hands. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. That's really nice. Okay, I'm happy I picked this one. And I did spray my brush because I've said this before, but I do spray my brush with pretty much every shadow, like shimmer shadow that I use. I just think it makes it so much easier to put on the eyes. But that is a really stunning color. Maybe I should try a little bit of that Austin one in my inner corners then, because it's a really, really light shade. Just for some extra glimmer. That's pretty. Let me finish this look up and we can see how it all looks a little bit like a Monet. Let's zoom back. This is the first look, the green look with the palette. I really like it. I think it's really pretty. It's like almost looking like a yellowy green on the lid. Very, very pretty. I'm super excited about this look. I'm actually gonna go and film another video after this. Always when I'm like really happy with my look, I try to film one more video because like I want to like use the look more on my YouTube, but I really like the look. Please let me know what you think, and let's jump in to look number 2. I am ready to do my second look. I've also been eating Nerds. Don't judge me, they're so yummy. They're so yummy. I want to use PaO2, and I am gonna start with that one, and hopefully we're gonna do a halo eye. These are the plans. This is a small brush from Adept Cosmetics. This is the A7. I always forget to tell you what brushes I'm using, but I'll try and be better. I am really not that good at that. So I am just pushing this on my lash line and up a little bit here. Like I'm just trying to create the shape that I want it to be, and we're gonna see if I can. Oh, this is such a yummy like aubergine color. I'm gonna see if I can use only this one. Oh, did not mean to put it that high up, but well, here we are. See if we can use only this one. Well, this is the shape I'm going for. I guess we're doing a little bit like this. I think this is going to be the shape. So I'm going to use another brush now. This is a hopefully clean Beauty Bay brush, and this is BB204. This is actually a really nice blending brush. If you are ordering from Beauty Bay, I would definitely recommend this one. Did I say the correct one? 204. It's really, really nice. So I'm just gonna buff a little bit on the edges, because I know from before that this is a blendable formula. This is now my 3rd time using it, and I have actually used this exact color from before, but that time when I used it together with Atlas, which is that beigey one, and I thought that maybe today I could not do that and just use this on its own. That inner corner turned real dark. It went from wearable to goth in like 2 seconds. I will say, and you see that here, it does have a little bit of a sheen to it. Like even when I because I do have an unset primer underneath, and I noticed that yesterday as well. that it doesn't set down fully matte. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. Not like it's like shiny or like a metallic, but it's definitely a little bit of sheen in it from what I'm guessing are the binding agents to make it a blendable formula. Some formulas do have that. I did use some under my eyes and it escalated. I'm living my full goth fantasy now. I want to use Passport. Oh, you can see it here. It is this like purple to blue green shifty shade. I play most with mattes, but I'm excited to be playing with some of these shimmers. And I'm not gonna be spraying this because I want it to be more on the topper side. I'm gonna see if that's even possible. I don't know if that's possible or if I need to spray it. I have never worked with like Adept shadows, but I like when I do halo eyes to use topper shades so that I can layer them a little bit on top of the matte and therefore get like a three-dimensional like effect because it's gonna show some of the matte through. It's just something that I like. I really like topper shades when doing halo eyes. I just feel like it's so cool and it just really gives that effect that I want. Let me do something in my waterline and do some mascara, and I can show you how this looks if you choose to not do falsies. I know I've forgotten to show you with only mascara a bit lately, but today's the day. Okay, so this is the look right now. I really love it. It's very dark and dramatic. I'm gonna put something in my waterline. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do something plummy or if I'm gonna do something white or totally like a contrasting color. I haven't fully decided. We'll see, but I'll finish the look up. I'll brush my hair and we can see what I decided on. Well, there we go. That's the look. That is everything. I feel very like smoldering. I'm not making that look work, but I am so excited to be able to do these looks with my dear friend Heather Austin's Adept collab palette. I'm just so happy for you. I am so proud of you. I am just wishing you all the best success with this release, and I will link, because Heather has a playlist with a bunch of different like looks with this palette. You know, if you want to see other swatches, you just don't want to see my swatches, I will leave that playlist as well below together with the launch details. But yeah, those are my two looks. I am again of course a little bit biased because I love Heather, so obviously I really love this palette. It's like, I mean, what can I do? What can I do? I'm at least admitting that in this case, usually I'm not biased with makeup because I'm like, if it sucks, it sucks, but I am a little bit biased with this one. I think it's beautiful and I'm so happy that I have it. Anyways, these were my two looks. Let me know your thoughts down below and I will see you again tomorrow for a new video. Bye!